Hey you guys, it's Rick again. I'm going to do a picture of Gerard Butler, and I want to try to make this a quick eye tutorial, at least how to get, how I do eyes and stuff, and this might be hard because you can't really see. I don't know how much this will zoom in or not, but what I'm going to do is just talk and describe what I'm doing, which will help maybe more than the visual part of it. So let's see what we can do here. Got myself a cut piece of 14 by 17 Bristol smooth in half, and I kind of did a rough, outline of the eyes. I used a ruler to measure between certain key features so that, accuracy is there. I'm not real good at just winging and guessing it's exactly 23.45 millimeters from pupil to nose, and I do the same with, eyes to nose, nose to chin, couple 5 or 6 key features just to get me in the realm. That's kind of what I need. I could make you a line drawing, but a 2-year-old can either scribble it up, or you, the artist, can make magic. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I always start with the eyes. I start with the either one, doesn't matter. I'm going to go with this one. It's bigger, clearer. And I start with a B pencil just to try to get a basic outline. And this is really critical because just the width of a pencil can change the whole look. And I think you know what I'm talking about, where you try to shave it just a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Key here is going to be getting these like key lights in here. See, this is all dark. And this I never finish an eye completely. I'm going to try to do it on this one. Just for this process, I usually, come back to it. I get it, a nice start so that it starts to take shape and effect. And then I'll come back to it. I get it enough to get me inspired, really. Because, if the eyes aren't right, the whole thing is goofy. And I've shredded a few drawings, not many, thankfully, but excuse me. So anyway, I want to pay careful attention to keeping certain parts of the eye that are highlighted. You want to keep those nice and clean. It's going to be all black through here, so sometimes I'll just, rather than grind in the black like I did on the other one, the hard shadow, I'll just color in to remind me it's going to be dark, and this is going to be, have to be worked on. It's his eye. This is a very light line. It's not even going to be a line. It's going to end up being shading. I don't want you to see a line where the white meets the lid. But I got a guideline right now to keep me there, so I'll come back to that. I see his pupils in the middle here. You can see his eyelash here blending into the dark above. So got a little of that going on. But I'm mainly going to just be doing this with B and 2B. 2B, B or not 2B? That's the question. So I may not talk a whole lot, so bear with me and just kind of watch what I'm doing here. It's going to be all black through here. And this will change shape. It's one of those things where it's got some blood vessels coming here. This is all going to be really dark through here. He's got some critical key lights that I want to try to get shaped right. Doesn't have to be perfect because nobody's going to be holding up the picture next to yours. Unless you want him to. Looks like he's got a Windows reflection in his eyes because it looks like 4 panes. God, excuse me. Let's go dark here. This can all go dark. Look like get that darker in a minute. This doesn't have to take forever. As you'll see, let's get some more. It's always darker at the top of an eye than the bottom, mainly because of the light and the shadow over the lashes and the eyelids. Keep it. We're going to make a cat, basically cast a shadow over it. Little eyelash coming out there. This gets thicker at the bottom. I'm really going to get this dark in a minute up here, but for now, let's get some dark stuff going on here. I'll make some little markers. It's going to have basically some stuff going on out here. Yeah, we'll get this darker. I do this stuff in layers. We've got some light lashes going on the top. Some of it I'll be able to just do my dark thing, like right in the center where it's really dark. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get this zoomed in. It probably won't. I may try to zoom in at the end here. But then I take my B. And I just lightly make some lines here, like that. Now, a lot of times I'm constantly flipping to see, because your eye will adjust to different shapes. And basically it's just about drawing what you see. And getting good at drawing what you see. That's about it. Okay, this is going to be a nice crisp line on top until it gets over here. Do my overhand grip. I always put my, I don't know why, it gives me a little more control. Again, I got the B pencil right now. I'm going to switch pretty soon. But when I get into the tight spots, I want more control. So I'll go ahead and wear down the tip. But when you're doing large areas, the overhand rolling method I did in the hard shadows video is definitely the way to go. Gets it blacker for one thing. And since this kind of fades, I'll just do a little coating right now. Back to this angle. And I may be going a little faster than I normally do, so I want to make some progress for this. And I got a timer set on my thing this time, so I don't screw up. And it's all about layering. Just building, layering. At the end I may do a couple tiny stray hairs, stray eyelashes, give it a little more realistic effect, like that through here. Getting ready to blend this part I'm doing now. People might be, it looks like it might be a little bigger. You know what I'll do? I'll take like this and really get in there and really try to see what I'm doing. Hopefully, let's see if you can see that. Yeah. So I have two magnifying glasses. I'll put one on this other side of the clip, and then I can actually do it so one's under this eye and one's under the other eye, and I can really focus in. But that's one of the reasons I don't do that with every part of the drawing, just mainly the eyes, because again we know how important those artists need to come out just a tad. Come on, Gerard, where are you? I know you're in here somewhere. Was that Michelangelo that said, I don't carve or make statues or whatnot? He says, I basically remove what isn't the statue of David. Yeah, I just took away what wasn't him, and what was left was him. It's kind of like negative space drawing. Okay. Getting close to needing to blend a little. Let's see where we are. It's going to get black in here. I'm not pressing into the tooth of the paper yet. It's got some little lines coming out here. Look more straight here. So let's see what he's got going on. Bit of wrinkle coming out this way. You know, he's going to have some other stuff in there. There's going to be some, you know, hairs like this. But this is the main patch of hair, and it really gets in the center, darkest. But you want to be conscious of how hair grows on the eyebrow. And then I end up coming back to it lots of times, but mainly grows like, how are we doing on time? We're at 11. You know what, I'm going to try to, I might do this in 2 clips, but I've still got my B. Pressing pretty hard now. Yeah, I'll shape it later and really define it, but what I want to see is let's just blend this in here a little bit. And there's always, okay, it looks like his lid is just like, be like light colors here. Like I said, it's a more of a color, not a you know, a line. Again, remember, there's no lines in nature. That somebody told me. Makes sense. Just blend this a little bit. You know, this is going to get dark in here. I'm just doing this really kind of fast to give you an idea of what I'm doing here. I'm going to come back, do another couple layers in here. His eye's pretty white, so I mean, he's got a pretty white eye through this section. It gets darker in here. Probably comes out from the corner. And I might end up pulling some of this back out, you know, with a kneaded eraser. Get in with my magnifying glass. Get around the edge a little more. Darken it in the middle with a 2B. And again, uneven lines here. This isn't, it's almost like looking at a marble. You know, you've seen like the little stuff that, the lines and stuff in a marble. None of them are uniformed or perfect. It's kind of the way it is with, seems to be a little more smaller at that side. Maybe that too. And this isn't just a perfectly round circle either, it's got some stuff jutting out. And that same thing goes in here, gets in the corner. I think I'm going to do this in 2 takes, because we got a little more to go yet. And I might spend an hour on this, and this is, what, 12 minutes? So it's starting to look like an eye, at least, right? And then we'll end up taking our 2B, getting real dark in here. And I'll end up trying to figure out exactly this line right here.